Hi, this is Jeff Muir, Director of Client Relations with Beal Properties. Welcome to our YouTube tutorial channel. This video today is going to be about the overall Beal Properties property management system and why we think you should hire us, how we think we can help you. I'm going to dip into a presentation here that we actually shared today at client and investor meeting in Dearborn, Michigan. We had a little bit over 100 people with us today. And with that, I will get right into this. So thank you for joining us. And Beal Properties, we manage roughly 3,000 units in Michigan and dipping down into Toledo, Ohio. We cover the whole spectrum of different types of properties: commercial, residential, mixed use, multifamily, industrial. We own or co-own about 40% of that whole portfolio. And so the key thing there is we are going to manage your property exactly the same way that we manage our properties. The same staff, the same systems, the same accounting, the same contractors. So you can just trust that we have skin in the game. Anything we do for your property is the exact same thing we would be doing for our own property. It is the exact same thing. So there are often, bumps in the road with property management. Unexpected things happen, but you could just rely on the fact that, we have a system that we trust for our own portfolio, and that's the same system we're going to use for your portfolio. We want to help you build your portfolio. It does take time and it does take investment, but we've done this literally thousands of times with our properties and the properties that we manage for other people. One of the things that I really love about this job is, thinking back on clients who hired us with one property to start with, and over the course of a year or two, we were able to do a little bit of work on it, get a little bit better of a tenant profile in there, raise the rent a little bit, then the owner's able to do a cash out refi and take that money and buy their next property and bring that to us. And I can literally think of dozens of clients that we manage for who, started with one property and we now manage many properties for them. And we love being partners in that process. So we ourselves started in Ypsilanti, Michigan, just about 2 blocks from here. Stuart Beal was a student at Eastern Michigan University, and he managed to buy a fourplex on Hamilton Street. We still own it. And today we manage in all of these cities listed here. And in fact, today we just added Kalamazoo. So in virtually all these cities, if not all of these cities, we manage multiple properties. So we have experience with the building departments and inspectors and contractors all over the state of Michigan, and that's a real advantage for our clients. One thing I like to really emphasize is that our property management system is a full service property management system. We cover everything. So I do get calls from owners who say, hey, I really just need you guys to handle the marketing and leasing. I'm going to take care of the maintenance. Or hey, I'm really good at marketing and leasing, and I really just need you guys to handle the maintenance. And the answer to both those questions would be no. Our system is very efficient and very scalable and works really well because we handle everything. We've got the staff to, take care of it all. So if you hire us, you're never going to be talking to a tenant. You're never going to be reviewing an application. You're never going to be going over there to fix something. We're going to do all that. You will get an owner portal that will allow you access to all of your information. You can see when the money comes in. You can see when service issues are entered. But that's how we do it. We have a staff of over 50 people. We cover the whole spectrum: property managers, assistant property managers, leasing agents, marketing, IT, operations, accounting, skilled and unskilled labor. We also have a proprietary property management program that we've developed over several years that lets us do some things as far as accounting and as far as documentation that other companies just aren't able to do. We charge 9 to 10% of rent collected in the state of Michigan. There can be some situations where that could potentially be a little bit lower or potentially be a little bit higher, but it really depends on the size of your portfolio, the rent roll, is it occupied or vacant? You know, do you have all of your, you know, government approved, you know, certificates of compliance, inspections, that kind of thing. If your property does need work, we're totally capable of handling all that. You know, we have a large network of contractors that literally each of them have done thousands of jobs for us: flooring, painting, roofing, landscaping, plumbing, electrical, everything. If you're bringing a property to us to be managed that does need some work, doesn't have all the, you know, approvals, there is a scope of work fee and a project management fee. We just like to be transparent about that up front. We do manage, you know, everywhere in the state of Michigan, and we just recently added a physical office in Lansing and a physical office in Grand Rapids. We also have an office here in Ypsilanti, which is, you know, right outside the city of Detroit, and in Toledo, just over the border. So we, you know, have the infrastructure to, you know, take care of anything you could bring us. This picture is just to illustrate that the people who work at Beal Properties have a really broad background in multiple areas of the industry. So there's a picture of me. I'm inspecting a roof. These tenants thought it would be a good idea to nail a rug on this roof, and then they kept calling us with service issues. Why is the roof leaking? So I had to get up there and take that off and fix it up and make sure it was working. And there's a picture of Stuart over here. He used to own a construction company that employed, you know, hundreds of people. Here he is digging a trench. So people in our company have been in this business a long time, and that just helps us be more efficient with, you know, handling the unexpected or even the routine. You know, here's a couple case studies. One thing that does happen frequently is someone will call me and say, either I've owned this for a while or I just bought this and, you know, I want to get X amount for rent for it. And I'll do a little bit of research and I'll say, well, I think we can get, you know, this much. And it's not infrequent that someone will say, I don't believe you can get that much for it. And most of the time we do get that because we just handle so much volume in terms of the portfolio that we're managing. We really do have a good bead on what something is worth and how quickly it can rent. We don't guarantee any kind of certain amount, or we don't guarantee how quickly we can rent it. The market ultimately decides that, but we're pretty accurate. And here's another one. This client came to us with a portfolio of 12 properties. He just wanted to spend less time managing it himself. So he hired us, and over the following 2 years, we were able to turn over the tenants, did a little bit of work, increased the rent by 10%. And that really increased the value of this portfolio significantly. And if you think about it that way, our management services are basically free. You know, if we're able to, over a period of time, increase the value of your property by more than 10%, and or increase, you know, the rents and the cash flow by more than 10%, we're basically working for free for you as far as you're concerned. We also want to just point out that, you know, most people right now are looking to buy multifamily as investment properties, duplexes, or single family homes. But there's a lot of great opportunities out there with commercial properties and retail properties. So don't, you know, sleep on those. We have a full-time director of commercial management, very experienced in this field. She knows exactly how to negotiate leases, how to negotiate, you know, work being done, you know, how to manage those kind of tenants. So you can trust that, you know, if you find an opportunity in that area, you can bring it to us. Here's an example of a building that we co-own and also manage. It's the largest commercial office building in Ypsilanti, and it's always fully occupied, and it looks great. We do manage all over the state of Michigan. You can see here, every pin in this map is a city that we manage in, and even by the time, you'll see this video. We will have added a few more pins. Like I said, Kalamazoo is in there. So, talk with us. Let us know what your goals are, how we can help build your portfolio. We want to add at least 500 new client properties into our inventory this year. The inventory that we currently manage is 99% leased. We have a waiting list. That's, another advantage. We get so many applications every week. If someone applies for something and they're qualified, but we've already rented it, we love to be able to say, hey, we've got this, other property a mile down the road that we think you'd be great at. So we're always happy to get together for lunch, for dinner, on the phone, do a Zoom meeting, and talk about how we can work together to, build your portfolio. So thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to talking with you in the future. And just like I said, give us a call or send an email so we can get the conversation started. Thank you.